Cats have fascinated humans for thousands of years. They walk among us with an air of mystery. Their sleek movements and watchful eyes seem to hold ancient secrets. Many people feel a special connection to these creatures. They are more than just pets. They are companions with unique personalities. We often wonder what they are thinking as they gaze out the window or curl up beside us. This essay will explore the incredible world of cats, from their revered past to what modern science tells us about their amazing abilities. We will uncover some of the mysteries that make them so captivating to us all around the globe. Their independent nature is often mistaken for aloofness. However, cats form deep bonds with their human families. They communicate in subtle ways, through a flick of the tail or a gentle purr. Understanding these signals is key to appreciating their complex social lives. For centuries, stories and legends have been woven around their supposed mystical powers. Some cultures worshipped them as gods, while others feared them as omens. This duality in human perception highlights just how profoundly cats have impacted our collective imagination. Their quiet presence in our homes often belies a rich inner world and a history intertwined with our own in fascinating ways. The allure of a cat often lies in its enigmatic gaze. What do they see that we do not? How do they navigate the world with such grace and precision? These are questions that have puzzled philosophers and scientists alike. Their senses are finely tuned, allowing them to perceive stimuli beyond human capability. This incredible sensory apparatus contributes to their reputation for having almost supernatural awareness. As we delve deeper into their world, we begin to understand that many of their magical traits have a basis in their remarkable biology and evolutionary history developed over millennia of survival and companionship with humans. My own experiences with cats, both as a researcher and a companion, have shown me their profound capacity for connection. I remember a particular rescue cat, timid and withdrawn at first. Over time, with patience and understanding, she blossomed into an affectionate and trusting friend. This transformation was a powerful reminder that these animals possess deep emotional lives. Their ability to offer comfort and companionship is a testament to their special place in our world. This essay aims to celebrate these qualities, blending ancient wonder with modern scientific understanding to paint a fuller picture of our feline friends, encouraging better care and appreciation. Ancient Egypt holds a special place in the history of cats. Here, they were not just pets, they were revered beings. The Egyptians saw divinity in their feline companions. The goddess Bastet, often depicted with the head of a cat or as a cat itself, was a powerful deity. She represented protection, fertility, and motherhood. Families believed that keeping a cat in their home would bring good fortune and ward off evil spirits. This profound respect was unlike anything seen in other cultures of the time. Cats were truly cherished members of society, reflecting their importance in daily and spiritual life in the ancient land of the pharaohs. The Egyptians observed cats closely. They admired their hunting prowess, their grace, and their maternal instincts. These qualities seemed almost supernatural. Farmers, in particular, valued cats for their ability to protect grain stores from rodents. This practical benefit quickly evolved into a deeper spiritual significance. It was believed that cats could see into the spirit world. Their glowing eyes at night were thought to be windows to another realm. This belief further cemented their status as magical creatures, guardians of the home and protectors of the innocent, bridging the gap between the mortal world and the divine. The magical abilities attributed to cats in Egypt were numerous. They were thought to possess healing powers. Simply stroking a cat was believed to soothe ailments and calm the mind. Their purrs were considered a sacred sound, a vibration that could promote well-being. When a family cat passed away, the household would go into mourning. They would shave their eyebrows as a sign of respect and grief. The cats were often mummified with the same care and attention given to humans. This elaborate ritual demonstrates the deep emotional and spiritual bond between Egyptians and their feline companions, a bond that transcended mere pet ownership. Archaeological discoveries have unearthed vast cat cemeteries. These sites contain thousands of mummified cats, sometimes buried with offerings of milk and mice. Such practices underscore the immense value placed upon these animals. Statues and amulets in the shape of cats were common, used for protection and to invoke the blessings of Bastet. This reverence was not just a passing trend, it lasted for centuries, shaping Egyptian art, religion, and daily life. The legacy of the Egyptian cat cult continues to influence our perception of cats as special, almost mystical beings, even today. Their ancient status laid a foundation for future beliefs. A cat's eyes are one of its most captivating features. They are large, luminous, and seem to hold a deep understanding. But how do these remarkable organs actually work? Cat vision is quite different from human vision. They are crepuscular hunters, meaning they are most active at dawn and dusk. Their eyes are adapted for low-light conditions. They have a reflective layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum. This layer acts like a mirror, bouncing light back through the retina. This gives the photoreceptor cells a second chance to absorb the light, greatly enhancing their night vision. This is why their eyes appear to glow in the dark when light shines on them. Compared to humans, cats see the world with less detail and in fewer vibrant colors. While we boast excellent acuity in bright light, cats excel in dim environments. They can see clearly with only about 1/6 of the light humans need. However, their daytime vision is not as sharp as ours. Objects that appear crisp to us might look somewhat blurry to a cat, especially if they are far away. For many years, it was a common myth that cats could only see in black and white. Scientific research has shown this is not true. Cats can see colors, but their spectrum is more limited than ours, primarily seeing shades of blue and green, while reds and pinks might appear more like muted greens or grays. The shape of a cat's pupil is also fascinating and highly functional. In bright light, it constricts to a narrow slit. This protects their sensitive retinas from damage. In dim light, the pupil can expand into a large circle, allowing maximum light to enter. This rapid adjustment gives them an advantage in changing light conditions. Their field of vision is also wider than ours, around 200 degrees compared to our 180 degrees. This gives them excellent peripheral vision, crucial for spotting prey or potential threats from the side. Their depth perception is also highly developed, essential for judging jumps with such impressive accuracy. Modern science continues to unlock the secrets of feline vision. Studies using various techniques help us understand what the world truly looks like to a cat. We know they are particularly attuned to movement. Even the slightest flicker can catch their attention, which is why they are so captivated by feather wands or laser pointers. Understanding their visual capabilities helps us appreciate their unique perspective. It allows us to create environments that cater to their natural instincts and sensory strengths. When we play with them, we are engaging with a visual system honed by millennia of evolution for survival and predation. The exact origins of the domestic cat have been a subject of much debate among scientists for many years. However, recent genetic studies are shedding more light on this fascinating journey. Most evidence now points to the Near Eastern wildcat, Felis sylvestris libica, as the primary ancestor of all domestic cats today. This process of domestication is thought to have begun around 9,000 to 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent. This region was, the cradle of agriculture. As humans started farming and storing grain, rodents became a significant problem. Wildcats, attracted by this abundant food source, began to live in closer proximity to human settlements. This initial relationship was likely one of mutual benefit. Cats helped control pest populations, protecting vital food supplies. Humans, in turn, tolerated and perhaps even encouraged their presence. Unlike dogs, which were actively domesticated for specific tasks like hunting or herding, cats seem to have largely domesticated themselves. They chose to live alongside us because it suited their needs. Over generations, the cats that were more tolerant of humans were more likely to thrive in these new environments. This slow, subtle process eventually led to the development of the domestic cat we know and love, a creature comfortable in our homes, yet still retaining a wild spirit. In ancient Egypt, as we've seen, this relationship blossomed into full-blown reverence. The Egyptians truly understood the value of their feline protectors. When a family cat died, the grief was profound. Herodotus, the Greek historian, described how Egyptians would mummify their cats and bury them in sacred repositories. Sometimes, tiny mice mummies were included, perhaps as food for the afterlife. This practice speaks volumes about the cat's elevated status. They weren't just useful animals, they were considered members of the family, deserving of respect even in death. The sheer number of cat mummies found indicates how widespread this devotion was across Egyptian society. One incredible historical anecdote highlights the strategic importance of cats in warfare, albeit through exploitation of Egyptian reverence. During the Battle of Pelusium in 525 BC, the Persian king Cambyses II reportedly ordered his soldiers to carry cats and other animals sacred to the Egyptians before them. The Egyptian archers, unwilling to risk harming the sacred animals, hesitated to shoot. This psychological tactic is said to have contributed to the Persian victory. While a grim example, it underscores the deep-seated veneration for cats in Egyptian culture, a veneration so powerful it could influence the outcome of a battle. This shows how cats were woven into the very fabric of Egyptian life and belief. While cats enjoyed godlike status in ancient Egypt, their fortunes varied dramatically in other cultures and later periods. In many ancient societies, cats were still appreciated for their pest control abilities and their graceful nature. Romans, for example, saw cats as symbols of liberty and kept them as pets, though not with the same religious fervor as the Egyptians. Their primary role remained utilitarian, safeguarding food supplies and homes from rodents. However, as centuries passed, particularly in Europe, perceptions began to change, and not always for the better. The mysterious nature of cats, once a source of admiration, started to fuel suspicion and fear in some quarters. During the Middle Ages in Europe, the cat's image underwent a dark transformation. Their nocturnal habits, silent movements, and glowing eyes became associated with witchcraft and paganism. The Church, seeking to consolidate its power, often demonized elements of older nature-based beliefs. Cats, especially black cats, were frequently linked to witches, believed to be their familiars or even witches in disguise. This unfortunate association led to widespread persecution. Many cats were hunted and killed, particularly during periods of heightened religious hysteria. This was a tragic turn from their previously esteemed position in societies like Egypt. Despite this persecution in some parts of Europe, beliefs in the protective powers of cats also persisted. Some people continued to believe that cats could ward off evil spirits and bring good luck, a legacy perhaps from earlier, more positive views. Sailors often kept cats on ships, not only to control rats but also as charms for a safe voyage. The dual nature of these beliefs, fear on one hand and a lingering sense of protective magic on the other, shows how complex human attitudes towards cats became. Their enigmatic qualities could be interpreted in vastly different ways, depending on the cultural and religious climate of the time. The superstition surrounding cats, particularly black cats unfortunately, has lingered in some cultures, even into modern times. The idea that a black cat crossing your path brings bad luck is a remnant of these medieval fears. However, in other cultures, such as in Britain and Japan, black cats are considered symbols of good fortune. This stark contrast highlights how arbitrary these beliefs can be. Thankfully, with growing scientific understanding and a greater appreciation for animals, the negative superstitions are slowly fading. We are beginning to see cats once more for what they are, fascinating, affectionate companions with a rich and complex history intertwined with our own. Cats often seem to possess a kind of sixth sense. They react to things we cannot see or hear. They might stare intently at an empty space or suddenly become alert for no apparent reason. While some attribute this to supernatural perception, modern science suggests that these behaviors are rooted in their highly developed senses. Their hearing, for example, is far superior to ours. They can detect a much wider range of frequencies, including ultrasonic sounds made by rodents and other small prey. This means they might be reacting to subtle noises that are completely inaudible to us, giving the impression of sensing an unseen presence. There are, countless anecdotes about cats predicting illness or sensing distress in their human companions. Some cats have been known to become unusually attentive or agitated before a person suffers a seizure or another medical emergency. While more research is needed to fully understand this, it is plausible that cats can detect subtle changes in human physiology. They might be sensitive to minute alterations in body temperature, scent, or even slight behavioral cues that we ourselves are unaware of. Their keen observational skills, honed for hunting, make them adept at noticing these almost imperceptible signals, which we might then interpret as a prediction or intuitive understanding. The healing power of a cat's purr has also been a subject of interest and scientific investigation. Purring is not just a sign of contentment. Cats also purr when they are injured or stressed. Research suggests that the specific frequencies of a cat's purr, typically between 25 and 150 Hz, can promote healing. These frequencies are known to improve bone density and promote tissue repair. This might explain why cats purr in situations of distress. It could be a form of self-soothing and self-healing. For humans, simply being near a purring cat can be incredibly calming, and may even offer some therapeutic benefits due to these vibrations. Scientific studies have begun to validate some of the long-held beliefs about the positive impact of cats on human health. Interacting with cats has been shown to lower blood pressure and reduce stress levels. The simple act of stroking a cat can release endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Their non-judgmental companionship provides comfort and can alleviate feelings of loneliness. While we may not fully comprehend all the nuances of their unseen senses, science is increasingly confirming that cats possess remarkable abilities that contribute to their unique capacity for connection and healing, benefiting both themselves and the humans lucky enough to share their lives with them. The presence of a cat in a home can bring immense joy and tangible health benefits. Beyond their mysterious allure and ancient connections, cats offer a unique form of companionship. Scientific research increasingly supports the idea that living with a cat can significantly improve our emotional and physical health. Studies have shown that cat owners tend to have lower stress levels. The simple act of petting a cat can be incredibly soothing, reducing anxiety and promoting a sense of calm. Their gentle presence can be a balm for the soul, especially in today's fast-paced and often stressful world. Their quiet companionship offers a steady, comforting presence. The benefits extend to our physical health as well. Research from institutions like the University of Minnesota's Stroke Institute found that cat owners were less likely to die from heart attacks. Over a 10-year study, cat owners showed a 30% lower risk of death from heart attack compared to non-cat owners. This remarkable finding suggests that the stress-reducing effects of cat companionship have a profound impact on cardiovascular health. The rhythmic purring of a cat, as mentioned earlier, not only helps them heal, but can also have a calming effect on humans, potentially contributing to these positive health outcomes. It's a gentle reminder of nature's healing rhythms. My own life has been enriched by the cats I have known. I recall a period of intense work stress, and my cat, Whiskers, seemed to sense it. He would often come and sit quietly beside me, his purr a gentle hum that invariably made me feel more grounded and less overwhelmed. This wasn't a trained response. It was an intuitive connection that I, like many cat owners, deeply cherish. It's these small, everyday interactions that build a powerful bond. Providing a safe, loving home for a cat is not just an act of kindness towards the animal. It is an investment in our own well-being, fostering a reciprocal relationship of care and comfort. To truly benefit from this special connection, it is our responsibility to treat cats with the kindness and understanding they deserve. This means providing them with proper nutrition, veterinary care, a stimulating environment, and most importantly, affection and respect for their individual personalities. Learn to read their body language. Understand their needs for both social interaction and solitary time. By fostering a compassionate relationship with our feline friends, we not only honor their ancient legacy, but also enrich our own lives immeasurably. Cats are more than just pets. They are silent healers, wise companions, and a constant reminder of the quiet magic that exists in the world around us.